I love Jacoby. I think he's a great wide receiver for this team. But he's a number 2. We talked about it earlier. He's a number 2 at best. He only filled in because you had a bitch-ass motherfucker who didn't want to fulfill his contract and want to go fucking circle jerk with another one of his fucking homies. He wanted out. So Jacoby had to fucking step up. And I thought he stepped up. He did well. But he's not a number 1. He's a number 2. Nothing wrong with that. You need a number 2. You need a number 3. You need a slot. You need all these pieces. His role is a very valuable role. But he needs a true number 1 on the other side. The number 1 that demands double teams, that opens you up, that frees you up, that's drawing all the attention. He needs that. I think there's 2 ways you address that. You're either going to draft one, and I don't know if you try to draft a number 1. I honestly think there is some talent out there that you could try to bring in a veteran number 1 wide receiver. Stephon Diggs is the guy who jumps out off the list to me first. Obviously, he's a diva. Number 1 wide receivers typically are. You're going to get the attitude with them. Do you try to bring in T. Higgins? Is T. Higgins really even a true number 1, or is he closer to Jacoby? Keenan Allen's out there, Amari Cooper, Chris Godwin. Godwin's interesting one to me. Godwin's would be a near the top of my list for bringing one in. But Bowers is the number 1 at this point, Los Raider, and that's not the way it should be. Just imagine if you had a true number 1 wide receiver, a true number 2 in Jacoby. You've got some solid slots, so some speed guys already on the roster. And you had Brock Bowers. And you're slipping Michael Mayer out there too. What if you had all of that? That's what you're supposed to have. You're not supposed to have Brock Bowers doing all of that. He's not supposed to do that. I mean, those were cute stats, but what those were, that was a year that a guy has on a shitty team because they're feeding him the ball.